What's up, everybody? It is the Best Spot Kid Smooth, and I am back with another video. Today, I am reviewing Far Cry 6. I just rolled the credits, and I gotta tell you guys, is this game good? Is it bad? Am I about to cap? Are we playing the best Far Cry ever? Let's talk about it. First, before I start this review, gotta give a shout out to Ubisoft. Thank you for giving me the code Far Cry 6 and helping making this video review a possibility. Hope to you that guys who are watching, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope you're enjoying the game. So let's get into it. For me, Far Cry 6 went from just another Ubisoft game that I'm not looking forward to probably one of my favorite games I played all year. Now, let me tell you why. I gotta be honest though, I am not the biggest fan of Far Cry, and I've struggled to complete any of the previous games. Not because I thought they were bad, they just seemed, I don't know, busy. Large maps, the busy work intimidated me, and I often found myself getting bored with them. So I typically just dropped them like halfway through the game. That was my concern going into Far Cry 6. But unlike the previous games in the series, I didn't find myself bored. I wasn't intimidated by the huge map, and though the work is still busy, there are many different ways to tackle them, and thanks to the addition of co-op, I didn't have to do it alone. Far Cry 6 takes place in a fictional Caribbean island called Yara, which is inspired by, I believe, Cuba, maybe even Mexico, but from a historical perspective, I gotta say it has to be Cuba, the Cuban Revolution. This tropical location allows for Far Cry 6 to show off its beauty. The vistas, the water, the landscaping, the animals, the tropics. It's a good looking game. Far Cry is known for its villains, and that doesn't change with Far Cry 6. It's no different. Our controversial antagonist this time is Anton Castillo, and he's played by Giancarlo Esposito. I think I'm saying his name right. Giancarlo Esposito, wonderful actor, and I must say, he's done his job with this role. He nailed it. Phenomenal job with this role. Anton is the president of the land of Yara, and he will do whatever it takes to restore the land of Yara to its glory days. Anton is smooth, and you'll never see his move coming. Just his presence alone creates this dangerous atmosphere. His attitude, his mood, it doesn't change. Whether it's him being upset, excited, happy, his mood doesn't change. He's even killed, and you just don't know what his action is going to be. You just, every time the camera pans to him, or if it's a cutscene and it's him, you just know maybe somebody in this room is going to get hurt, maybe not. But that's just the aura this character brings, and dude, he's ruthless. And players will find that out, and fans of Far Cry, I think, will love Anton's character. Will I say he's another Foz? I'm not sure. I don't think so. These characters, these antagonists, these villains, they're their own different. They're all special in their own right for different things they did different through. I think Anton's character is extremely unique. Anton is not the only character here. He has a son. His name is Diego, and this dude, he's a conflicted mess. I mean, this kid is 13 years old. He knows his father is probably the most hated man in the world. He knows his father is the most powerful man in the land, and he's conflicted because his father's trying to train him, and show him how to be, the president, and because he's gonna obviously eventually, take that, next step. But his son, he has a human element to him. He doesn't like what his father does, but then again, he has his moments where he wants to impress his father, and players will pick up on the discomfort of Diego every time they see it. And I think they did a wonderful job capturing that and telling that story. Players, though, we take control of Danny Rojas, and unlike previous games, your playable character in this game is not a mute. He's not some silent mercenary. He's actually a playable character with a voice and with personality. Now, Ubisoft has been doing a good job in terms of letting the player pick if they want to be a female or male. So yes, Danny Rojas can be a male or a female. There's a female version of Danny Rojas and there's a male version of Danny Rojas. I played obviously as the male version, and the guy's full of personality, full of character. The voice acting is great, and it's just the first time in a Far Cry game where I literally felt like a part of the story. I think the first time since Far Cry 3, where where the player was directly impacted. Whereas this one, you're a part of the character. You don't feel like a silent mercenary in this game, just doing odd jobs for people until you take down the big bad boss. There was a build up, and sure, it's not different from some of the previous games. You're gonna find some familiar stuff in this game, but it's more impactful this time around. So pretty much your character, Danny Rojas, you join a group called the Libertads. Sorry. Their goal is to free the people of Yara and take down Anton and his top guys. So once again, like I said, it's been done before. The formula is familiar, especially in the Far Cry universe. Big open world, plenty of vehicles, awesome gunplay, and beautiful visuals to top it all. I played Far Cry 6 on the Xbox Series X, where it runs at 60 frames per second, which I believe is the first for this franchise on the console. It also targets a 4K resolution. I'm pretty sure it's done dynamically, but either way, it's good visuals and awesome performance. A couple things that Far Cry 6 excels at. I want to say I need to commend its vehicle use. The handling of all its vehicles is superb. Whether you're doing a horseback riding or flying a helicopter, a plane, riding a speedboat, everything felt smooth and comfortable. And the thing is, one of my biggest complaints with games being at first person is that I do not like driving or controlling a vehicle in first person. Just never been a fan of it. But Far Cry 6 executes it very well. I don't feel like anything's in the way. Everything controls well. It's almost too perfect. I don't know if it's just an assist that's on, but the handling of everything you can drive, whether it be any vehicle you get a hold of, or a horse or something, or a zebra, whatever it is, it controls very well and it feels natural, and it makes traversing and getting around this huge world of Far Cry 6 a lot easier and comfortable. And that's why I think I was less intimidated, is because the vehicle use is very user-friendly this time around. So also one thing I gotta highlight is co-op is back, and I know this is appeared in previous Far Cry games such as Far Cry 5 and Far Cry I think 4 was in, this game obviously is fun in co-op. There's co-op exclusive modes, or you can play the entire base game in co-op. Now, I'm not going to say this. I understand people say all games are fun with co-op. I gotta be honest, Far Cry, I don't think Far Cry suffers from that. I think Far Cry is naturally fun. Sure, it's awesome playing with a friend. I played 85% of my playthrough solo, the other 15% in co-op. The only thing that I've done in co-op was more so the side work, the busy work, the stuff where we're liberating areas, we're getting checkpoints, we're taking over bases. Those fun to do in co-op because it allows you to tackle the entire map and kill some time doing that. And then when it's time to get back to your regular follow the story, you got most of the map open. It just made fast traveling pretty easier. So I definitely recommend co-op for things like that. But just things that make this game very fun, building bases, freeing people from Anton's army, taking over bases. I had a good time doing this stuff, especially with companions. And now companions, yes, you get a companion in this game. You get a couple of them, right? You start off with this little gator called Wapple, and actually I stuck with Wapple for the most of the time. You also get a cute little pup strapped to a wheelchair named Chorizo, and there's some other companions you can unlock scattered throughout the map. These companions have special abilities. They help you take down Anton's army in different ways. The little puppy, he's cute enough to gain the AI's attention by just being cute and, you know, and posing. Your gator, Wapple, he's just vicious. It's a gator that, you know, runs up on the enemy and give them the death roll. You got this little crazy chicken that like destroys everything in its path. This game is it's fun. Far Cry has a lot going for it. It can be serious, it can be fun, it can be goofy, it could be a sandbox. It does whatever it targets, whatever it's trying to do, it does very well. And that's why I end up having such a good time with the game. It became less of a busy work, less of a, oh man, when is it going over, and to the point where it's like, oh man, I'm really approaching the end of this game. So yes, I did roll the credits of this game. Far Cry 6 took me just over 30 hours to complete. However, like recent Ubisoft releases, there is plenty of side content and live service content to keep you playing along after you complete the main story, such as fishing. Yes, they put fishing in the game. Getting collectibles. There's collectibles scattered all over this map. There's chicken fights. Yes, we're in South America. We're in Cuba. Well, we're in the tropics. There's a lot of chicken farms, and they actually chick fight. You can do chicken fights, win some money, rank up your chicken, get some collectibles. That's in the game. You can do that all day. There's racing. There's special ops, which is the special co-op mode that's available, that's completely separate from what the base game is. There's also several. You can I can't say several that there is, but just judging by previous Ubisoft releases, you can expect several months of post-launch content. We know that's coming. They got a pipeline for this game. They did it for Far Cry 5. Obviously, the Assassin's Creeds and even Watch Dogs and Immortals Phoenix got several months of post-launch content. Expect the same for Far Cry 6. And there's some wonderful characters in this game outside of Danny Rojas, outside of Diego, outside of Anton Castillo. There's side characters that, you know, that are in this game that they can do a lot of work with to expand this game out for months after it has release. And to be honest, guys, I struggled to find anything wrong with Far Cry 6, and it's one of the most enjoyable games I've experienced all year. Fans of the series will be pleased, newcomers to the series will be impressed. And looking at the remainder of the year, Far Cry 6 can easily go down as the best game of the year, in my opinion. And that's why I have to give this game a 9 out of 10. I highly recommend Far Cry 6. It's available October 7th. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and hope you guys enjoyed the game.
So are you.
Welcome to Camp Maximus.
They're animals.